on this team with the Phoenix Suns is...
Heat is already up to 21, and the Suns don't look like they're going to take their foot off because the Lakers have...
Round two, and that should be a beauty.
No, it doesn't get much easier at all, but give credit to the Suns. As you said, 11 years ago, lost to this same franchise, the Lakers, in a Game 6. Getting back.
So guys, John P. Claymore here, and this video will be going on both this channel and the Anti-Woke Sports channel. But before we dive into LeBron James walking off the court, and I know I'm a few days late, but it took a little while for me to build this one up because I wanted to look at this from a much more broader perspective in this quick 5-minute period in time. So, and this is something, quite frankly, I wanted to do in voiceover format and like a documentary style, which I may later on revisit. I want to wait the full year to see what happens in free agency, to see if what I'm about to say probably becomes true. So, before we get into this, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video. I noticed that a lot of you guys are seeing my videos are not subscribed, so please go ahead and subscribe. Let's make this channel grow. And let's get into this. So, first of all, it is not a good example for LeBron James to just walk off the court. Now, Game 5, I kind of was like, okay, and you guys know me. I'm not a fan of LeBron James. I'm not a fan of his politics, is what it is. I'm not a fan of the BS he peddles. I'm not a fan of his preachiness, which dives into a lot of why his popularity is down. You see, in my personal opinion, besides just walking off and setting a bad example for youngsters, of course, that he teaches in basketball camps, LeBron has really left the game of basketball pretty much. It's almost like when he walked off, it's almost like he took a crap or something inside of a Taco Bell and blew it up. I don't know. I mean, he's really left the NBA in a very, very bad position. I mean, the ratings are down. Nobody's watching. We have the SJW crap. We have players acting like they're above the people they play for. Meanwhile, they usually live in white neighborhoods, especially suburban neighborhoods. And, of course, LeBron has bowed to China. I mean, I just wonder exactly how will Space Jam do now that he's done lost to the Suns? I mean, and I know somebody's going to say, well, Anthony Davis wasn't there. But it's LeBron, right? Aren't you LeBron fanatics like LeBron can do it all on his own? Look, let's be honest. Last year's NBA Finals, that was mostly Anthony Davis who won. That was almost like a Mickey Mouse trophy that was basically given to him. I mean, he was going to win that one regardless because he had AD. So let's take a look at LeBron's career, okay? Now, everybody likes to say, well, he's the greatest of all time. No. There's a video by Dom2K correcting Nick Wright. I may put that one in the comment section. It was made back in 2018, but it's still very, very relevant. LeBron James, and I understand that these stats are stats, but film tells more of a story than stats. So you do all the SJW crap, you turn off fans, you turn off viewers, you're preachy as hell, you bow to China, and then the biggest, most damning argument of all is the fact that, and this is what I'm about to weave into, LeBron has never really truly won a ring on his own. No, he hasn't. LeBron James convinced Chris Bosh, he went down there to Miami, signed a big contract, created a super team, went 2-4 in the NBA Finals down there in Miami. So then he goes back to Cleveland, and everybody's like, well, Cleveland wasn't as good, and they had to play Golden State. Yeah, I understand that, but he still had Kyrie. He still had a relatively good team around him. He won a championship. He went to 4 total. Of course, he lost 3 of them. And, you know, I think he probably should have won 2, but still at the same time, though, MJ didn't lose like this. By the way, MJ's teams were built around him. A lot of people forget that Michael Jordan's first 3 rings, that team didn't have Dennis Rodman, okay? Dennis Rodman did not come to Chicago until 1995, all right? And remember, Mike retired and then came back. Then he retired again, and then he came back, and that second time we kind of like to talk about, but still at the same time, though, it's not even close, okay? They built the team from the ground up for Michael Jordan to have the first 3 years. LeBron's had to create super teams to win championships. So he goes to the Lakers. What does he do? He creates a super team. Also, he's played in the East his entire career up until going back to L.A., and the East has always been very, for the most part, it's always been very weak, which, by the way, kind of ties into what I'm about to say now. I don't think LeBron James is going to leave the Lakers, okay? I just don't think he will, not over the next 2 or 3 years. Okay, he obviously loves L.A. too much. He's bought that home in Brentwood, which, by the way, is a white neighborhood. And, of course, he likes to talk about all this I'm oppressed crap, yet you're worth millions of dollars. So give us all a friggin' break, LeBron. So my feeling is this here. Don't be surprised if LeBron tries to bring over extra talent, thus creating another super team, which also weaves into my final point. Somebody made a comment in the comment section of one of my previous videos, and at first I kind of disregarded it, and then I thought, I was like, you know what, this guy's actually right. He actually makes a very, very valid argument. You see, ever since his days in Miami, the NBA seems to be creating more and more super teams. It makes the game almost unenjoyable to watch. It also creates bandwagon fans who aren't even real fans. I mean, it's almost like when, say, we'll use the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for example. They won the Super Bowl last year, and I got to point out to people all the time, you signed Tom Brady. But not only did you sign Tom Brady, you brought in Gronkowski, you brought in Fournette, you brought in Antonio Brown, you signed basically a brand new defense for one championship, so that way a bunch of bandwagon Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans can enjoy a Super Bowl ring that was basically bought and given to them when you think about it. The same thing is true in the NBA. You see, a lot of this is what I'm trying to weave into is the fact that LeBron James is leaving the NBA in a rubble of crap. It's not the same sport anymore. It's actually way worse. The championships aren't even earned, they're bought. And to go on top of the fact that he's got to lecture us about social justice and I'm oppressed, yet I'm a friggin' millionaire who lives in a white neighborhood. And also, I kiss Xi Jinping's ass all the time. And I got Shannon Sharp, who friggin', I can't say it on YouTube. LeBron James is leaving the NBA into a pile of crap, okay? It's that way because of him. He made it this way. Michael Jordan would have never done this. And that right there, to me, really in a lot of ways sells the GOAT debate. This is the reason why you'll never be Mike LeBron. Guys, this is John P. Claymore. This video will be going on this channel and the Anti-Woke Sports channel. I will leave a link I will pin the link in the comment section. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys later.
That seed salesman sure saw us coming. No, saw you coming. Corn, corn, corn. Nothing but corn.